Nice start to the day. Definitely, I think obviously it's been a little while since we've had a smooth run like that. So yeah, very happy with it so far. Obviously, there's still a long way to go this weekend, but yeah, it's all pointing in the right direction so far.
Yeah, your radio message was, let's keep this going now. So same mindset for quali coming up later.
Exactly, it's been going well so far. So if it's not broke, don't. What's the saying? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah, pretty uneventful, to be honest. Didn't want to get in Oscar's DRS. I think Lando got in mine once. The last 2 laps I felt a vibration on the front left, and we know that tyre failures are, of all the tracks, this is the one where it would happen, so I just brought it home on the last 2 laps.
Hi Lando, you knew the start would be the key moment, difficult to overtake around here of course, P3 at the end of it. Can we get your assessment of that race, and also looking ahead to qualifying later, where you're at with the car, any changes that you might be making?
Changes not sure yet. I need to go speak to the team. There's certainly some things I want to be improved. We'll see if we can improve them though, that's the question. So yeah, I mean, a pretty straightforward race, just can't really do a lot. Pretty impossible to follow around this kind of track. So yeah, not much happened, you know. It was more just trying different things, trying to get a bit more of a picture on how to drive the car. I struggled quite a bit yesterday with just the confidence and knowledge of how to keep this car on the limit, comparing to the last few weekends. So I try to figure some of those things out, and yeah, we'll see if that can help me for later.
Yeah, start was good. I think the first 2 corners worked out well, and then yeah, we just fell into the same problems as yesterday. Of course, we know that you can't change the cars. So, but at least it's good to know in a sense that on quali and race pace you're facing the same problems. So then we also have a few things that we need to work on now to try and improve, because yeah, you don't want any kind of bouncing or jumping on a track like this. And yeah, that's what we'll try to work on, plus trying to look after our front tires a little bit better.
You touched on it there. I mean, can you fix it for qualifying later, or at least make it significantly better?
We'll see. We'll try our best.
Yeah, fortunately the one I'm fighting with also got track limits, and to be honest, track limits I had 4 times, maybe 2 times I can understand it, but extra 2 I have to review it why. But at least now I'm aware into qualifying to make sure and be careful those corners.
And it must feel good to be back in the points in general.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, good race week so far, smooth. I knew that it was a matter of putting all together for weekend. So obviously, yeah, important things coming up. But yeah, I just do the same and put it all together more.
Yeah, very tricky. Running in dirty air is always very tricky, and especially in a track like this where you have so much high speed. It's very difficult. So I think overall, I did my best, and the pace at the end was actually pretty good. Yeah, need to now do a better quali in order to be able to start further forward.
Yeah, I mean, the start was not the best. Starting on the wrong side of the grid, I think George and myself, we were heavily penalized. Here, without the F2 race this morning, I think the dirty side is not the best. But yeah, anyway, even with a good start, I think it was difficult to hold people behind. They were much faster. They finished like 10 seconds in front of me. So, we deserve to be 7th. Good quali yesterday, good points today, and let's try to repeat this afternoon.
Hey Carlos, another point in the bag. Must be pleased with that. We did see some bodywork maybe flying off your car. Was it yours? Was it someone else's that you encountered?
Unfortunately, it was mine. We picked up quite a heavy damage there in around lap 3, lap 4. So from then on, obviously lacking a bit of downforce and pace, and just bringing the car home. Also because we were struggling a bit with fuel, and yeah, just a damage limitation. P8 started P8, finished P8 is good. Hopefully we can do some good steps for the race, and that brings us a better qualifying and a better race pace.
Yeah, you touched on it there, feeling good for qualifying coming up later.
Feeling good because we're much more competitive than what we expected this weekend, so that already makes me a lot happier.
Yeah, honestly, awesome start around the outside of one. Had a lot of confidence on the opening lap. It's just a shame I had to give the position back to Carlos on lap 1. I had him and he overtook me back. So it's a bit of a shame, but still I am happy with the pace.
Feeling confident for qualifying though, coming up later?
Yeah.
Get the car in a better window and you'll...
Yeah, we'll target is Q3, and then we see that it's ideally we want to replicate what Fernando did yesterday, Carlos did yesterday, this type of performance.
Hey Alex, hello. Finished where you started, looked like a bit of a lonely one out there. How do you sum it up from your side?
Not lonely. I mean, I was in DRS pretty much the whole race, but boring for sure. Yeah, knew there was going to be no overtaking, and there was no overtaking.
What's the mindset now for qualifying? You've got a bit of a window. You can make some changes to the car. Do you have some ideas already, getting it in a better window?
Yeah, I think so. We haven't been happy with the car all weekend, and still chasing it. So we have a good plan. Hopefully, we can make the car a bit better. Connecting the corners a bit nicer. I think we've got a bit of extreme balances corner to corner, and the wind's picked up today, so it's making it a little bit harder out there. So we'll try and treat it up and get better.
It's great that I made 2 positions at the start. It was a good start, and then keeping the pace there was quite good, and yeah, happy where we were.
What about qualifying coming up later? Mentioned it to the other drivers, of course. You can make some changes. Anything that's on your list already?
A couple of things that we can make some adjustments to make the car faster, definitely. Then obviously it's difficult, you go straight to quali, conditions change, the track gets cooler probably, and you need to nail everything in a few laps. So we're going to give our best, and hopefully we can make the right adjustments.
Yeah, generally quite uneventful, the race. Difficult with the balance that I had. I was struggling, quite a lot with the balance, and that was getting worse as the laps went on. So the last 2-3 laps I was really holding on. But I think we've learned a lot from this race and this qualifying, and we have a chance to fix it for tomorrow and the quali later.
Just incredibly difficult to drive the car. I don't have any explanations for now. I thought there was a damage on the car, but yeah, we saw something, but it was after the first few laps where the problem was mostly in the first lap. So we'll analyze that, but it felt horrible.
Anything you can do for qualifying?
Change the car massively for sure, because the way it is at the moment, tomorrow there's nothing we can do better if the car is the same.
I mean, yeah, from where we were, I think it's not really worth taking too much risk. So, yeah, try to get a feel for obviously this evening. And I mean, the race was pretty straightforward. It's very hard to overtake. So, yeah, we just need to qualify better.
Yeah, it was difficult. It was a difficult race. The start was good, but after that we picked up a lot of degradation, and we couldn't really keep with the car in front. And being in traffic also didn't help. So we'll try and use the knowledge that we got from that sprint race, and hopefully, come out with a better compromise that will help us in sprint qualifying, or in normal qualifying. Sorry. So that's the aim now. It has to be all put in place for it to happen.
Pretty static. Yeah, obviously the high-speed nature makes it very difficult to follow, get close, and it's almost like driving into a wall. There's just this air buffer between cars, and it's kind of impossible to break that. So yeah, we had good pace, but just almost impossible to make progress.
Any ideas for qualifying? Change the car now?
Well, we need to qualify better. As simple as that.
Yeah, we made some changes. That's why we started from the pit lane. Yeah, unfortunately it was the wrong direction, so we learned something.
I mean, it was a good practice session for us. From the pit lane, we just wanted to try a few things to see if we can make the car better for this afternoon quali and tomorrow's race. So yeah, it was important for us to just put the soft at the end, try to get a feel for qualifying and see if we want to change a few things for later. So fastest lap, we'll take that. Apart from that, yeah, not much to say about this session.
Oh, it's always going to be difficult with the pit lane start, of course. We saw you pitting late on for softs as well. Was that all planned? And can you just talk us through the race from your side?
Yeah, it was planned. We wanted to get a few laps on the soft before qualifying to get a feel for the car. So yeah, I mean, it was more of a practice session for us.
Okay, so something that might help you then going on this evening into the main qualifying session. Any more ideas about what you might change?
Yeah, we'll think about it now. There's a few hours now to come up with some ideas, make some changes. So yeah, we'll brainstorm a little bit.
I think we did try some stuff. We took the session as a free practice and try to do something. So we will try to understand now what was best and what we should do for quali. Hopefully it can be a better session.
anything on your mind for qualifying? Obviously, this break coming up now.
I think we have a few things that we are going to look at as a team with Pierre and myself. So hopefully something to learn. Let's see.